HellRaisers are doing with the level 1 Roshan, because you've just picked up Ursa. Now, we've only had one Ursa in the European division so far, and he ended up going like 22, considering just how nerfed Liquid Fire got. I guess not as much harassment damage as it used to be. So if you're looking at the Jakiro, and you remember the Jakiro evolved, he's...
they're tri-laning now as well. Dread. He could be opened on here. I think they're going to go for it.
A disruption. There's your chilling touch. Avos will get the stun. And how much damage have they got? Enough. Dread's going to drop. Goddam at least get the big decay. SoNNeikO's going to drop very, very low, but the damage, he cannot reach him. And Avos did a very good job. He grabbed the creep wave aggro, making sure the creep wave would have finished the job up against SoNNeikO as well. Avos in the trees. Decay is going to drop again. And goddamn, as she picks up Avos, did Avos go in there to buy her boots or something? Yeah,
no.
From Goddam will keep him alive a little bit longer, just long enough. He's so low on life, down to about 6 HP on the attack. And Dendi, it's this haste rune that's giving him the advantage with basically space. And SoNNeikO, has he got poisons? He got anything? He's got Dread on his tail, as well as Funnik, who's now joined the fight as well. Afo's gonna be the first one to die here for HellRaisers. And Goddam, low on life, the catch is there with the poison. Finally, Ursa is able to kill up the ancient Apparition, but Funnik's right behind him. One cool spray, the slow was not enough from Dread to keep him away before the spray did come out, and Dendi with the razors. The Ice Path will lock him there, but HellRaisers will lose 3. Goddam will survive. I do not know how, but attack and Artist might regret this decision, because he can't walk up that hill. Not while the sentry ward is there. Dendi has the vision advantage, and that's why he's trying to play from these sentry wards as well. Goddam's on the run back to the secret shop. And HR could move over, but where's the extra help? Here it comes in from Avos, but the Ice Path from Dread perfectly controlling him as well as Funnik, and Avos will drop almost instantly. The tombstones in the neighborhood. Then he gets directly with Souls up, but Artist wants to start fighting as well. But are they really wanting to do this underneath the Undying tombstone? The answer is obviously no, but with the dual breath, Dendi may have no choice. He's trying to run away as quick as he possibly can, but he's about to die. Avos finally arrives back in again with the lightning, turning on the pulse. He's able to bring down that Ursa. Finally, he can do such a thing. In fact, it was actually the SD that got the kill, but he cannot actually find the puck. Running around inside the tree line, the rest of his team is busy elsewhere. Puck is now going to orb away. Avos cannot stop this, so the only other battle position they've got is going to be Gorec. Funnik chasing him down, and it ends up being a 2-for-1. Is that only 2-for-1 trade in that entire fight?
2 for 2.
Back at the tier 1 tower in mid.
He is just standing so far back because he feels like his only role in this fight is to land a good Ice Blast. That's the thing that matters the most. I could see that. I still think Ice Vortex is good. That's a really good jump.
Huge stream call. 4 heroes caught, but what damage can they do? Dendi is standing his ground. Funnik, they actually used the blade on him. Actually, no, they didn't. It was the BKB, but Artist, he hasn't finished the job. The Soul Rip is keeping him alive. They haven't brought him down yet. Yeah, the Aegis must have timed down, because Dendi did not respawn back up again. But the Pulse Nova kicking into Goddam. They still have not killed up the melee racks. They've only got the range in this push. Navi have not achieved enough. The Ice Path will come with the Door Breath. Then the Macropyre. Revolts is burning here. The Ice Blast will come in, but the Yule Scepter at the right time. He'll evade the Ice Blast. At least still be chilled up. The Ice Path is going to stop Funnik.
Plus core. That's a pretty good fight. And Artist gets the big item. That's what I was talking about. They need either a Purge or a Blink or both. And now, suddenly he's able to target out the Lesh, who I'm not sure who you want to go for. If you want to go for the Lesh or the Shadow Fiend first in this case, but yeah. Navi, they will get the Roche for it. I think it's well worth the trade after all for them. They analyze, okay, Puck has to go back to base. We probably have enough time as Gorec is going to find
He's getting space because the rest of the team right now has arrived for HR. Artstyle will get the Ice Blast off, so Gorec will die right now. He can't stop this, but the bigger one is Avos. The Aegis Immortal going to blow up. Funny getting body blocked up by Afo, but at the same time, he was still getting the quill stacks up, and that's why HR have to back up for the moment. There's 4 spray stacks currently over on the Puck, and he'll join away. There goes your Dazzle, going to pop on the sidelines.
Oh, he actually killed him with that?
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been like the last tick of that Ice Blast.
Wonderful. If he's there, they'll kill him, but they've got a creep from the Helm of the Dominator still there. Avos is the man who's the most exposed at the moment, and here comes HellRaisers. The smoke will break over an Artist, but then it's directly into the Silver Edge. And Artstyle, as well as SoNNeikO, they're too close. The Dream Core will catch both of them here, and Artstyle can he at least get the Ice Blast off before death. He can do so over on Goddam with the False Sun and Funnik and Avos. They came from behind, and they're just going to beat them in with the Shiva's Guard, but it's still 2 heroes down for the price of 1. Support and support only, and Artist battles into a force. Is there enough? Artist controlled up. Funnik's on top of him. The Shadow Blade keeps him up long enough to kill off Leshrac, but they still have to keep Artist alive a little bit longer. They force staff him up and earn charge.
Smoke. They're pinging it out even.
Oh, that Ice Path from Drake could be so big. You can see him. He flicked it.
Oh,
and now the weave. That's big. With the Ice Path over on 2. How much damage can they do? The Crimson Guard's not protecting him. Artstyle so low with the Dream Calls. He's actually standing inside of it, but Artist is the man going to work. The Ice Blast, it connects. Maybe they can keep him alive with a Glimmer Cape. Now in the Requiem, again Gorec, saving that shallow grave. Can he kill off Dendi in time? Funnik is still here. Artist pushed down. This time he'll die. Buyback is available. Gorec's going to take it for the team. There's a 1-for-2 trade-off, and maybe there's more. The Ice Blast keeping her forced out for the moment. The Jakiro is the one to buy back, and we've got trip buybacks.
Oh, he's going to get a... Wow, that's a really aggressive play, actually. I'm not sure what the...
He already had
point
weave.
That was.
He had weave on him, and that was it. Artist. Okay, I said 5 seconds. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the rage? There it is. 5. Boom. There you go. Caught it perfectly.
Right,
Dendi in trouble though. Macro fire coming in. The BKB will help protect him, but he's battling on 2 different fronts here. Avorts can at least keep Afo out of the fight, but Dendi so low, and in fact he will end up dying now as Goddam and others fighting up against him. But what is really the cost? Dendi has no buyback right now. Avorts will TP out in time. Yes, Red way too far up. Down to very, very low life. They have to expend the Shallow Grave on him, which means they don't have it for the Ursa. The Ice Blast will connect on Goddam, but Na'Vi, they're controlled in by the Dream Core, which didn't actually stun on anybody. Goddam, now he's so low, but can they do it? There's your jump in where the puck gets the Dream Core off the back of the refresher of the Macropire burning through Funnik, but is it really enough? Leshrac is down, but Avorts, buyback is available, and he's not coming back to the engagement yet, because they've already taken to the Aegis more triggering, and Dendi, do they have enough damage? Artist so low, he's going to drop the 4 stuff up, not enough to save him. He does have buyback, but they're not going to expend it for the moment. HellRaisers on the run out of here, but Na'Vi, how much of the extras can they mop up there? If he does, they have a disruption. Gorec will not be able to survive to fight another day, or at least that day is now almost 2 minutes away for HellRaisers. 3 on the sidelines, and all importantly, the melee. Well, there's your Hex and buyback by the Undying. Funnik's just going to get the hell out of here. The E-Blade triggering on him.
Kind of a panic buyback.
Are they trying to get more? Are they actually trying to get the Ursa up? Funnik's in a little bit of trouble here. And then defensive disruption. The Undying Tombstone being dropped, and Funnik's in, yeah, he's still in trouble here. He's almost dead. In fact, he is dead. 95 seconds on the sideline, but outside the base, the Ice Blast actually not connecting with the blast itself, but still the chill effects there. Denny the neighbor, but SoNNeikO, there's that Dream Call coming back into work. Goddam with the double kill. And now it's Na'Vi. Maybe they overpressured, overstayed their welcome. Just a melee ranks. Artstyle being hunted down by Dread, and Dendi still in the world of the living, but the question is for how long. He does have that Satanic available, so he can fight Winter BKB, but there goes your Ice Blast, E-Blade, Shiva's Guard, Decay, they're taking everything they can, and the Hex, then he's in trouble, real trouble, he can't get up in time, he's down for the count. There is buyback available though on 3 of the heroes from Na'Vi and all 3 of the core. Deep. They don't want to go any further, but you do have the SF back to one living. A big weave, catching up 5 heroes. So HR, maybe they can turn with the extra armor. In the middle of the cheese is actually down on the deck. The Splitter catching out 2, but Funnik, he's down as well. Do they have enough? The Dream Call is holding them all in position. The Ice Pass down, but where is the damage? Funnik will finally drop. Here's your buybacks coming down. He winding up for the Requiem, but he can't do it. He had Afo, he actually had the Ursa right behind him. Now he's moving over for Goddam. Now the Ice Blast as well. Goddam probably won't be able to survive through this one, but the Ursa is brought back. Artstyle only barely alive. Avorts just stood there with basically R turned on to try and win fight. BKB will trigger to the team is Dread, but they got that disruption. Is there a Avorts done? There it is. Afo's in trouble, and he's going to go down on Rizzy. The phase shift, the cold feet, they're looking for everything to hit, and they've got him down, but he has buyback available under 2 minutes on the counter, however. And SoNNeikO will now grab 1 for each. Whoa, you do not want to be doing that. Get the hell out of there. They can turn. They have the high ground. Dread jumps up. The Dream Call on to catching one. Avorts triggers off the BKB in time. The Ice Blast is going to be on all 4 of them. HR in a lot of trouble. The Macropire still doing the work, but they've lost the puck. That's a dieback for him. He's got nowhere to come back to a living. Artist, he's trying to bring down Funnik, but Funnik with the back turn, running up high. The Ice Blast will control him, but at what cost? Defensive disruption. He's actually going to save the life. SoNNeikO keeping his core alive. There's 2 down for HellRaisers at the moment, and maybe they got enough. Dread's on the run. SoNNeikO right behind him. He can't keep up, but he has the Fusel Blade charge. They avoid the Ice Path. Prediction coming until he walks straight back into it. Now it's Gorec. Avorts, they need to make sure he does not die here, but they got the other Hex. Gorec came back in again. The Dazzle's on the sideline. Dread will join him in a moment. The Ice Path doesn't on anyone. The dual breast not enough to kill off Funnik. 4 heroes down for HellRaisers. Na'Vi, GG is the call. 80 minutes it takes. The Na'Vi will finally put HellRaisers into the ground, dead and buried, with a 2-0 victory, keeping their hopes of the TI5 qualifier, European #1 slot alive, and potentially #2 as well. Woo!
That was an incredible I mean, it was an incredible game with incredible plays and incredible mistakes and everything. This is what makes the most entertaining games to watch. But holy, I mean, I don't know where to.